Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Just going to do a box review today of the Italeri 1/12 scale Lancia Stratos. It's one of the road rally cars, I guess you'd call it, that ran at Monte Carlo 1977. This is a version of it that was run there. We're going to take a look at this kit. A bunch of detailed stuff to this kit right out of the box. Too much to mention here. Like I said, I've been through the box to sort of get a quick view of it, and we're going to take a look at everything one by one and all the stuff in it. But great kit. I'm thinking about probably getting started on this kit here pretty quick. Been sitting on the shelf for about a year, maybe not quite a year, but close to it, and been wanting to do it, and guess it's just been on that what I call my future build shelf I have, which is up behind me here. It's actually a couple shelves there, and as I get stuff in mind I want to do, I move it to the build shelf. And anyway, it's been sitting there, I've been looking at it, so I guess now is a good time to break it. Not sure if I'll do it all the way straight through, but I think we're going to get started on it. But anyway, enough rambling on that. So we're going to take a quick look here, and let me turn this camera around and let's get building. Okay everybody, so again back here we're going to take a look at the new Italeri Lancia Stratos HF Gr.4. Like I said, this was the 1977 Monte Carlo version. And like I said, when I pronounce that, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right or not. If I'm not, y'all can just correct me, but that's how I pronounce it. Like I say, highly detailed frame, interior and engine, opening doors in front, rear bonnets, super decal sheets, photo etched fret, chrome parts, hoses, screws and springs, rubber sheet for mud guards, working suspensions, realistic rubber tires, and steering wheels. This is kit number 4714, and it says right here 100% new molds, so I'm assuming everything on it is brand new. As far as, like I said, the molds and all, because it says it's new. I'm going to try to do a box review of this. This thing is huge, so you're just going to have to work with me as I try to spread stuff around and put stuff every different way. So I'm trying to get rid of the box here. I'll do let's see, I don't think I can zoom out anymore. So we'll just do a quick side view. Here's the decal sheets, and like I said, we'll look at them here in just a second. The photo etch fret right there, and then of course here's some of the paints and all that you'll need. That's the recommended colors. Let me see, I don't know what's on the other side. Here's just the views of the model kit. So you can see the engine right there, what they're suggesting it look like, and then of course there's some of the prototype pictures and stuff like that. Right there's where I opened it up at. So but anyway, let me set this off to the side, and let's try to take a look at this. We'll just work at it as we go down. Normally I do the instructions last, but we'll go ahead and look at them. The first thing right here is a sort of the sheet to show you how, let's see if I can get this opened up here. Here's a correction right here that they had in the instructions, so I had to make sure I put that to the side. I guess they had something that was incorrect printed, and they corrected it. You get that every so often. Let's see here. Here's sort of a little bit of history on the kit, and again, just the basic stuff we've already went over. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, it's just an extra little brochure they put in here. And let's see here, right here, this is the painting and decal guide. Right here shows you again where all the decals go. Normally this would be in the back of the instruction sheet, but I guess they just did a separate brochure. Since there was so many decals on this thing, shows you where different paints go, what's got to be painted what. Let's see here, we'll set that to the side. And then here's the decal sheets. Again, they are fairly large decal sheet. Of course, it is 1/12, so that makes you no wonder things are so big here. Great looking decals. I was trying to see here. Yeah, they are cartograph decals. I just flipped it around to read it down here, and it is cartograph. I thought it looked like cartograph, but I wasn't sure. So yeah, that helps a whole lot knowing they are the cartograph decals. Again, it's going to be a lot of detail decaling to this thing, but should look good once it's done. And here's the actual instruction book on it. Let's see here. Just the typical stuff, layout of the parts, all the parts that's supposed to be in the kit. And let's see here. Again, oh, here's your collars that they're recommending. Here's for the see, that's a satin strap. I think that goes in the back to tie down some stuff. You got black tubing in a couple different sizes. Clear tube, you got electric black wire, silver wire, you got springs, then you got another size spring, and then of course your photo etch right here. Up here is the different screws that come with the kit, and some nuts. Here's where it shows the size of the nuts, but there's 4 different size screws that go with the kit. And as you can see over here, we start the main floor and some of the early stages of that. Let's see here. Here we're starting on some of the interior. Looks like maybe the door panel, I believe, right there. Oh no, it's the center back section. Sorry. So that would separate the inside the car from the rear part of the car. That's there, and just more of the rear tubes and the suspension and covering that up. And then, like I say again, we continue on with that. Just adding all the floor pieces and all. Here we start some of the suspension with the springs. And then we got the A-arms. And let's see here. Again, more of the stuff. Start the front suspension right there. Like I said, it's just a highly detailed kit. And again, they just continue on with some of the front suspension. And we start on the engine right here. I'm not sure, we'll see here how many steps there are to the engine. As you can see, there are numerous pieces just for the engine alone. And we come over here and we start adding in some of the hoses and the wiring that came with the kit to start plumbing it. Again, highly detailed. I know I keep seeing that, but as you can see here in the manual, it's a lot of stuff. It's going to be a lot of plumbing to it. So may have to become a plumber. What do you think? But anyway, we'll continue on. Finally drop the engine in the rear of the car and finish up some of the suspension stuff on the back. Run some of the plumbing, start plumbing it up through the vehicle. And let's see here. Then it looks like we finish up the back of the suspension, the back rear suspension to stay. Again, several pieces. And again, start running some of the, let's see, this is a copper wire right here that you got to run. And again, more rear suspension. More rear suspension here. Let's see here. Then we come up. Again, we're just going to keep continuing with the rear suspension. That is a lot of steps just for the rear suspension. Man. Alright, and then we come up. Looks like we're finally finishing up the rear suspension, running some of the final plumbing up to some of the places they go. Looks like right here would be the battery cables because it's going to the battery. And let's see, then we're going to start on the interior. We've got the seats, we've got the seat belts. Seat belt material is in the kit. And let's see here. Then we start still finishing up some of the stuff in the rear of the vehicle. Still running a little bit of the plumbing right here for some of the liquid tanks and stuff. Let's see, that's a clear tube here. So we come over here, Put another one on this side, still running some plumbing. More and more wiring right here. Like I said, this is going to take a while just to plumb the car. So anyway, we'll come over here. We got the exhaust coming out now. Looks like front windshield going in the top section. Start working on the dash. A lot of decals that go up here on the dash. Got gauge covers, clusters, and let's see. Then you're going to drop the dash, the two-piece dash together. Right there, the actual dash, and then the where all the gauges are in. We've got to build up the steering column, steering wheel. Here we're putting in the windshield wipers. And let's see here. Then we start putting on some of the side panels of the body to the main body that was one piece where we've already dropped stuff, the dash and all that into. Here we start adding some of the rear panels. We got one here. We got some rear louvers. We've got the rear panels. Let's see here. Feels like I got 2 pages there. There we go. And let's see here. Hold on here. I don't want to tear my book up. Alright. We're already up to 31 pages in the book. We're not even done yet, guys. Let's see here. Here we're starting to put in some of the inner parts of the rear hatch, looks like. And still putting on more tail lights, some of the louvers, more lights. Here we're attaching with the screws the rear bonnet and all to the chassis. As you can see, like I said, screws with nuts on it. And then I guess we're going to start working on the front bonnet here. Put the lower panel to it, and then of course got lights and so forth. That was probably a screen right there. No, it's PE. Sorry, it's the simulated screen. And let's see, still working on the front bonnet. Here's all the lights that will be up on the front of the car, being a rally car. Let's see here. Looks right here they have the open version or the closed version for some of the lights right there, depending on where you're running day or night, I guess. And let's see here we drop the front panel onto the chassis and the subframe. Here's where we make one of the spare tires. It goes up here under the front bonnet. Start plumbing the radiator, as you can see right here with the fans, and then here's the tubing for the liquid hoses. And again, more hoses and wiring up here. Starting to detail a little bit more of the interior, finishing it up for you. Add the doors. Then we're up to step 49. We start on the doors. Here you can see where the hinge part will work. That again, other side, putting in some of the interior door panel stuff. Mount it to the car. Again, it will be opening doors and both front and rear bonnets open to see the detail. And here we finally going to start putting it down on the tires and the wheels, adding a couple last some of the last panels. And let's see here. Again, just some small straps right there that would hold some of the panels down. And again, that looks like more straps right there. Here's little pins, hood pins, or front bonnet pins, I should say. Last little like antennas, and let's see here, some of the alternative lights and stuff. Alternative, and again, little some of the straps and hooks and all that hold the bonnets down. And let's see, over here is the under panels going on. That's pretty much the last thing. This right here is sort of weird. I did look at it earlier. This it's like this is the template to cut it out, and there's a piece of I'll show it to you here in a little bit. But anyway, it's like a real fine rubber, real rubbery, flexible. but you got to cut it out and then attach it over here. So I've got to do some studying to see whether, like, how to paint it or what to use for paint. I may just leave it just the clear color that it is. I think it was clear. I think we'll look at here in a minute, and just leave them clear. I'm not going to try to paint them because that could be a little touchy trying to paint them. And then, of course, gluing them, I got to sort of test a little bit of glue to make sure I don't do something that will distort the rubber when I put it on. But anyway, you can see where it goes on the car right here. And it's got like simulated chain that hangs down and holds the flap up to the car. That's probably photo etch, I think. Yeah, photo etch. P27 PE, that's photo etch. So anyway, that's all the instructions on the book and all. We'll take a quick look at the parts and all here. Here's the photo etch sheet. If I can get it from not, it might zoom in just a little bit. And then I'll show you, let's see if I can get my fingers to work here. There we go. Get this rubber piece out. And as you can see, this is just real rubber. I mean, it's that makes the mud flaps out of. So I'm going to take some of the excess and experiment with some glue when I go to cut it out. Make sure I don't do something that's going to distort that plastic. I got to figure it out when I glue the photo etch to it. But anyway, again, there's several pieces of photo etch. It's just the one sheet, so it's mainly seat belts, some of the grill work, some of the vent work, just odds and ends on the outside of the car. There's the hood pins. Some is just the pin by itself. Some it's got like the wire that holds the sort of like a NASCAR, the old kind that had the wire holding the hook to the tie down on the hood. So anyway, that's some of that. Here's the rubber tires. They're really good and rubbery like that. Here's I'm assuming, well, here's a vent hose. It's made out of rubber. That's the first time I've ever seen like a air vent hose made out of rubber, but that's pretty cool. And here, being 4 of these, I'm assuming this will go on the wheel somewhere, but I have to, like I say, we'll look at that when we get in the instructions. Here's the bag with all the copper wires, seat belt material, hose, plumbing hoses, the springs. You can't really probably see them up in here, but the screws and the nuts in there, like I said, it's 4 different sizes screws, really tiny, sort of like the ones on the Tamiya motorcycles. Here's the glass. Again, you might not be able to see it real good. I can't scroll in, but so far you won't be able to see nothing. Glass looks really good. Don't see no, might be a few marks right here. I'll have to polish that out. Let's see here. So there's not a lot of glass on this thing, mainly lights. That seems to be the biggest thing right there, is a lot of lights. And let's see here. Here's the chrome tree. It's not what you call a bright chrome. It's sort of a dull aluminum finish, or unpolished chrome, so to speak, or a dull chrome. Again, a lot of small parts, a lot of lights, fixtures to hold the lights, because I know they're lined up on the front of the car. And of course your brakes, a couple different pieces on that. Looks like some interior stuff and all that. But anyway, mainly not much chrome on the car. Here's the body. Like I said, it's just from just above the front doors to the back. And then of course the bonnet will sit back here on the back side. Well, this actually is the bonnet. Sorry, getting ahead of myself here. I'd have to cut, we gotta cut this loose right here, and then this rear bonnet will come up on the body. And then, like I said, the front bonnet will be in here. Oh, it's right there. So anyway, good looking body. It seems really flexible, so I have to be careful with that one, because there's not really much holding it. Don't have the doors or hood or none, front fenders. So when we go to sand it and work with it, we'll just have to be careful and make sure we don't damage it in any way. So anyway, there's that. And let me stick this back in here real quick before I lose some of this stuff. And let's see, we'll stick the tires over here. Put the odds and ends. Put that. Okay, and then like I said, here's the wheels, the outer and the inner wheel. Like I said, we got they're molded in yellow. The car is actually yellow, but of course they'll be repainted. So there's the wheels. Here is the front bonnet. Here's some rear panel. These two panels I know go on the side of the car, or these two go on the side. This one's I believe a rear panel that goes. And let's see here. Here's another part of a panel down here. Let's scroll out some down here. And let's see here. Here's a door. We got the two doors there. There's the louvers that go on the back. There's a couple horns, it appears to be. And then, like I said, just some odds and ends. Here's some fender flares that will go on the side of the car. There's a lot of parts, but not a lot of parts, if that makes sense. Here's all the black. I'm not going to take them out because I'm afraid if there's loose pieces, they'll go flying on the floor or something. But here's the underbody. You can probably see it right there a little bit. Let's see here. Here's part of, I think this would be the interior, that center section between the sort of the cab of the car and the rear section where the motor's at. A lot of suspension parts where I'm seeing. A lot of, like I said, all this molded in black. Can't see it real good. Again, here's some inner fenders. Here's some front or rear suspension right here. A lot of the smaller, again, suspension pieces on these two trees. So that's what's on them. And then here's a couple, let's see here. We got one parts tray, one parts tree in silver and one in black. A lot of this silver tree right here is engine pieces. Here's the engine block, the front of the block, some of the exhaust, top parts of the engine. Here's some of the valve covers, some of the miscellaneous pieces on the engine. I can see pulleys, and let's see here. This looks like part of the part of the transmission. So yeah, this, I guess they're simulating all of those pieces in this silver or aluminum looking collar. And then over here on this side, the black, let's see, this is the inner door panels right here. And again, here's the gauge part of the dash. Here's the two seats right here. And like I say, there's some more of the exhaust right here. Smaller, more suspension parts where they're right here in the black. And I guess this piece right here would be the other part of the dash, like I said, where this gauge clusters and all that fit up under. And then this would go to up in the corner of the front section of the windshield. So yeah, but anyway, that's sort of the parts. When we get into it, I'll try to do another video where I show you some more of the trees once they're out of the packaging. Like I said, on something this big, I'm afraid there's some loose stuff in there, and I didn't want to take a chance on something falling and I not see it. So once we get into it, I'll try to do a video along the build so you can see stuff as it starts coming along, instead of just here's what the box review looks like and here's what the finished product looks like. I'll try to do a couple quick videos, just sort of let you know. I hope maybe to start on this thing pretty soon, but I'm not positive yet. I've got some other stuff that I got to start on. Like I said, I'm like everybody. I've got several builds ready for the year that I want to do, and it's just a matter of when I get to them. This one will probably have to be work on it and then work on some other stuff along the way, because this thing will probably take a while, so it's not going to be a start and just finish it straight through. So anyway, that's what this monster looks like. Just wanted to do a review of it. since I've been sitting here looking at it and wanting to start on it. So anyway, I appreciate all the likes, all the subs, subscribers, all the people who come up to me at the shows and thank me for you know, doing the videos, introduce themselves. Sorry guys, I'm putting this up as I go while I'm talking. And but anyway, like I said, everybody comes up, you know, and introduces herself, tell me they like my video. So appreciate that. Like I said again, all the thumbs up, the comments. Like I said, just always leave me a comment on something. Let me know what you like, don't like. And so anyway, like I said, we're getting close to starting show season here in about a month and a half. And like I said, I appreciate everything, and we're going to get building. So with that, I'll see you.